Maybe it's because of me and the people that I live with and the people that I hang out with, but no one here has ever told me to shut down my air conditioning or to stop using a gas stove or that maybe I should stop eating meat in order to protect the environment. I mean, I've been told to stop eating meat by vegans, but not for environmental issues, right? The only people that do this are well-connected people, usually people that work for multi-million-dollar corporations like journalists and politicians and eventually a crazy activist. But my point is, like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not grassroots, is it? Like, these are my lived experiences, so please tell me if your lived experiences are different. Like, if you have someone in your family that would be like, okay, well, we need to turn down the air conditioning in order to save the planet. Does that happen? Like, legit question. I'm not saying that it doesn't. I'm genuinely curious to know if it is, right? Because what I think is going on is that the people who are against environmentalist policies, they notice a trend. They notice that it's usually people who are anointed, who consider to be their betters, are the ones that are preaching these policies. And if you read the newspaper, it's usually summarized as the poor need to make sacrifices so that the rich can maintain their lifestyle. Like, unironically, every single time it's like, oh, well, you need to start taking the public transport. You need to stop eating as much meat. But they're never talking about the yachts, the private jets. Like, as far as I know, there's no law that is starting to punish people with yachts. There may be in some countries. But anyway, the reason I'm saying this is that even if global warming is true, right? I'm not a scientist, so if you're not a scientist, you can't pronounce yourself on the issue. I've been told. So if I'm not a scientist, I don't know. But what I do know is that even if it is true, then the people in charge are trying to stop it, because I do not see them trying to apply the same rules to the rich. So probably there's more people like me. Probably there's more people that think the same as I do, which is why environmentalist activists are doing their best to persuade us. And today I found a lady which got arrested. You know, she's trying to get sympathy, because this is what activists usually do. Like, they're going to try to get arrested to show the world how they're being oppressed for standing up for a righteous cause. Now, this particular situation, she has said something which I found very interesting. Like, one of the most definitely interesting arguments. I'm not going to say compelling, but interesting, yes. So we're going to listen to her, but before that, I would also like to point out that these activists, for some reason, don't seem to inconvenience the rich. Like, they're not inconveniencing a wealthy person from getting on his yacht. They're not inconveniencing a wealthy person from taking off his private jet. No, they're inconveniencing me and your mother from going to work. That's not very nice. I don't know if you're going to farm much public sympathy by doing so, but okay, let's see the argument, because this is absolutely gorgeous.
I went onto the road and was arrested straight away with...
I want to say one thing, though. Sorry for the interruption. I know it's annoying, but I want to say one thing. Why is the police officer just standing there like that? Like, usually when you're arrested, you're not allowed to make a TikTok video or whatever the fuck this is. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but this looks incredibly suspicious. Especially after I saw Greta Thunberg stage her arrest. I'm not saying that this is staged. It's just, like, very bizarre. Let's put it like this. Very bizarre. Like, if I get arrested for drunk and disorderly or whatever, blocking traffic, I'm not going to have the police officer allow me to do a TikTok video. Right? Like, the police officer has other responsibilities. Like, they need to file the paperwork. They need to take you to the station. Right? If they release you, they just need to file the paperwork, so they charge you. It's just very bizarre that this police lady just sits there like a lemon and allow this person to talk as if it's a bodyguard or something, right? Am I the only one? But again, like, I'm not from Britain, so maybe this is the law. Maybe in Britain you are allowed to make a 2-minute documentary after you get arrested. Who knows? I don't intend to find out or encourage other people to, but it's just weird.
Without any warning, Constable Wilson arrested me after about half a dozen steps on the road. And I've got my grandson coming tonight. He's staying for the next 2 nights with Grandma and Grandad. And he told me when I saw him last week The first thing he said to me was, Grandma, the fish in the pond are dying. He's 5. The fish in the pond are dying because it's too hot for them and they can't breathe.
So usually, people on the left will use whatever they can to get sympathy, right? So in this case, like, she's saying that there's a 5-year-old at her house. Well, if that's the case, why did you decide to block traffic? What were you thinking? You know, like, and by the way, I have no sympathy. Like, every single criminal has children at home. But, like, so what? Don't do the fucking crime. Don't stop the traffic. Right? And other people will say, well, it's like, well, the right to protest. Yeah, sure, like, sometimes you protest over something, and other people disagree with your desire to protest. Like, is that very difficult to understand? Like, if your matter of protesting doesn't resonate with the general public, and in fact, you're inconveniencing the general public. Like, you're preventing people from going to work who have nothing to do with the shit that you're doing, right? Like, they just want to go from point A to point B, and you're stopping them. And when you get arrested, you're Pikachu face. Well, why are people not resonating with me? I don't know, like, if you want to protest this, like, protest at City Hall. You know, go and protest to the rich. In fact, I'm willing to bet if the environmentalists would constantly inconvenience the rich and the wealthy, if they would inconvenience the Bezoses of the world, they would get much more public support. You know, if they would inconvenience the World Economic Forum, they will get more support. But, like, when you're inconveniencing the average Joe, you're like, oh, why is the average Joe not on my side? Okay, so now they're talking about a child. I generally do not care. Like, if you have a child, your responsibility is not to do crime, right? Do not stop traffic. But secondly, I noticed that every time people talk about the climate, well, the environment. When they talk about the environment, immediately they get censored or suppressed on social media for spreading harmful conspiracy theories. Right. This lady saying that because her 5-year-old is saying that the fish are dying in her pond. Like, this is the argument that we're being presented with. No, serious. Like, unironically, it's 2023, and this is what I have been dealt. You know, this is the hand that has been given to me. So, her 5-year-old is saying that the fish in her pond are dying. She has decided to block traffic. And of course, you know, like, this is evidence of the fact that me turning on my air conditioning is killing the fish in her pond. And this is not a harmful and dangerous conspiracy theory, but no, this is scientific, isn't it? Okay, yeah, it's interesting. What can I say? No fact checkers, no. This got 2.4 million views, by the way. Like, this is a very popular video. The fish in the pond. Well, get a new breed of fish then. You know, like, there are the things called the tropics. I bet it's a lot warmer than it is in the UK. Get some of those fish. Jesus, lady. Why are you torturing your 5-year-old, showing him dead fish? Dry the pond, then. Another thing, you know? Like, I guess it's not hot enough if you still have a pond. Holy shit. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.